get to like 27, 28, and y'all niggas get to struggling, and y'all be trying to come back and find that sound.
I ain't gonna struggle, bro.
Alright, we gonna see.
You gonna learn.
Playboi Carti's horrible to me.
Bro, I leave him alone because I know what his fans do.
Same, but he's horrible.
But what the fuck are we talking about?
It's a mess.
Playboi Carti's approach to music has been unorthodox to say the least. He's constantly been evolving his sound since 2015 through his unique and rebellious nature, and in 2025 it's fair to say he's got one of the strongest cult followings in hip-hop. He continues to push musical boundaries as his fans eagerly wait for his upcoming album I Am Music, one of the most anticipated album releases of the year.
The Playboi Carti album, he needs to drop. For real, Carti gotta drop. I know Carti gonna see this. Carti just drop. I'm on national TV. Drop, gang. You feel what I'm saying?
And so today we're going to look at Carti's music and marketing tactics he's used throughout his career to maintain relevancy and break industry standards, starting off with his early work as Cash Carti. Carti began making music on the independent circuit, releasing music on SoundCloud way back in 2013. 2 years later, Carti started generating a buzz, dropping underground classics like Broke Boy and Fetty. Rapping over Atlanta trap beats, he'd develop his laid-back, ad-lib heavy style that would define his Cash Carti era. But in order to grow, he felt the need to leave his hometown and develop relationships with bigger rappers.
I left Atlanta and I went to New York, you know what I'm saying? I got on the Chinese bus, like $50. You know what I'm saying? I probably didn't have an iPhone. Right, you know what I mean? And
why New York?
Why New York, you may ask? Well, this is where Carti would experience a career-changing moment that would put him in touch with the ASAP mob.
my plug, you know, who was selling the weed and stuff, and ASAP members come over to get the weed. I was sleeping on the floor. And one of the dudes, ASAP Bar, he was like, yo, that's Carti on the ground, you know what I'm saying? And that was just based off my SoundCloud. And he just knew, you know what I mean? Once they found out I was in the Bronx, you know, Flacco found out and they just got me like that, you know.
Back in 2016, ASAP Mob had a lot of momentum and were looking for fashion creatives and musicians to join their creative agency, Org. On top of music connections, this also gave Carti exposure to working in the fashion industry, as he'd wear ASAP Bari's clothing line V-Lone in his first music video under Org's management. Carti also had close ties with Ian Connor, who was a major figure in the streetwear fashion scene at the time. This helped Carti with marketing and built a stronger connection with his audience, as fans would gravitate towards brands that rappers would be wearing, especially during that 2016 Hypebeast era. Connecting these two cultures worked for Carti, as from 2016 to 2017, he'd appear on several ASAP songs, including their Cozy mixtapes. Carti is still signed to Org to this day and releases all of his music through them, as well as ASAP Nast appearing in his music video titled 2024. Carti would then go on to release his iconic self-titled mixtape that his fans would adore. This tape embodies that precious 2017 mumble rap era. Loaded with ad-libs, catchy flows, and melodic trap beats, Carti really delivered a classic mixtape in which his fans would treasure for the years to come, leaving old heads permanently confused. Shortly after, Carti would be on the cover of the 2017 XXL Freshman list alongside other rappers like X, Amine, A Boogie, and other rappers that made a lot of noise in 2017. However, Carti's freestyle wouldn't be so well received by critics.
This is easily the worst freestyle here, but I think it's mostly because trying to get Playboi Carti to freestyle is kind of like shoving a square peg into a round hole. But yeah, worst freestyle, no question.
Yet, regardless, XXL was a pretty big deal back in 2017, and despite having a weak freestyle, Carti remained true to his roots. Expressing his rebellious nature on the freestyle and performing how he wants to, we'd start to see this more from Carti in the following years. Fast forwarding to 2018, Carti would follow up his self-titled mixtape by releasing his first debut studio album, Die Lit. Known for its vibrant production, stacked feature list, and Carti further cementing his mumble rap prowess, this album was a really solid release. You could tell that bigger artists in the industry wanted a piece of Carti, as there are big features on damn near every song, attracting mainstream attention while also tapping into other artists' fan bases. Also, the quality of production on this album can't be understated, with Pierre Bourne taking most of the credit. Pierre's playful playful production, blending video game sounding melodies with trap drums worked flawlessly with Carti's baby voice, simultaneously generating hits and not taking themselves too seriously. However, after all of this mainstream success, Carti would shortly go on to divert his career trajectory, bringing us to the mysterious era. Way back in August 2018, only a couple months after Die Lit dropped, Carti would announce his next album, which would be called Whole Lotta Red. However, as many of you may be aware, this didn't drop until 2.5 years later in December 2020. So what happened during that time period? Well, after dropping Die Lit, Carti went straight to work on Whole Lotta Red. However, his songs kept on leaking, and these leaked songs were bangers. The snippet for Pissy Pamper, an unreleased song with Young Nudie, went viral, and is currently sitting on over 16 million streams. As a matter of fact, by September 13, 2019, 16 songs had been leaked, enough for an entire project. These leaks would have ruined the album's rollout, and so Carti decided to scrap majority of the songs and further delay the album. So Carti fans had to wait patiently as he and his team came up with a new plan to generate some buzz around the new project. Crucially, during this time, mumble rap had been on the decline. That trap sound developed in the SoundCloud era that Carti had come up on was slowly fading away as new artists like Roddy Ricch, DaBaby, Lil Baby and Gunna were making a lot of noise in 2019. So this poses the question, would Carti stick to his same old mumble rap style, or would he take a gamble and try something new? Well, if you've heard Whole Lotta Red, then you probably already know the answer. On Christmas Day 2020, Carti would gift his fans with a new album release that would signify a major shift in his career. Embodying a punk aesthetic that isn't commonly seen in mainstream hip-hop, Carti helped popularize the rage genre that would take off after this album's release. Inspiring artists like Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson and Yeet, the influence of this project is undeniable. However, when this album first dropped, fans were skeptical. There were no lead singles for the album and they may have been expecting something similar to Die Lit. But it's clear that Carti's intentions were to bring something new to the table. Also, it's important to note the timing of the project's release, as it came out only a couple months after live performances started up again following the pandemic. So fans had some time to digest the album before getting to hear it live at festivals like Rolling Loud and Lollapalooza. 2021 Lollapalooza in particular was iconic, as Carti's set was right before Miley Cyrus's, leaving her fans fighting for their lives.
You scared? You should have stayed though. Fuck home.
And it was performances like these that brought a lot more attention to Whole Lotta Red and Carti as a whole, as he became a must-see artist, as this rage-induced atmosphere couldn't be replicated, especially at such a large scale. In the years following, Carti was able to eat off this album alone and maintain its relevance through live performances while shifting his focus to his record label Opium. Throughout his career, Carti has inspired countless artists and capitalized on this by signing Ken Carson, Homicide Gang and Destroy Lonely to his label Opium.
Carti's definitely, me and Carti got a crazy relationship from a long time ago, so it's like, Destroy Lonely, I've been knowing him for a minute too.
Most precious advice, or the most, you know what I'm saying, shit I took in from Carti was, be yourself and goddamn, you know what I'm saying, be yourself. Like it sounds corny until you actually realize how far that could take you.
These artists have been carefully handpicked by Carti to keep that rage/punk rap sound alive, as they've released several projects under the label and have acquired a similar fan base to Carti. Homicide Gang have even done sold out shows in China, which is a different kind of exposure that most rappers don't even think about, showing the worldwide influence of Opium. Many rappers in other countries have also adopted a punk aesthetic, particularly in the UK, with rap trio conglomerate consisting of Lancey Foe, Fumigero and Len making noise in the UK rap scene.
You've been in Atlanta for like a while hanging out with like Carti and Ken.
That's how I am, I just pull up. Like, I'm not with anyone, I'm on my own. I have a lot of mutual friends with, everyone's connected, bro. Yeah, basically.
Their style is very reminiscent of Opium, but with a UK influence, further contributing to their underground scene and hopefully gaining more traction as the sound continues to develop. And as of today, Carti fans are currently waiting for his new album I Am Music, with no release date in sight. Pre-orders for the album CD have already come out, with the website stating that the album will ship no later than 6 months from the 12th of September 2024, which gives Carti till April 2025 to drop. However, whether or not he decides to drop the album is anyone's guess, as when it comes to Carti dropping new music, it's become an "I'll believe it when I see it" type situation.